It is early spring here in the Ozarks, and I have got a test for the children today. Gonna send them out with our vlogger and let them see how many perennials they can identify without any help. Over the past 3 years in our kitchen garden here, we've planted lots of different perennials. So we'll see how many they can find. And I'm gonna go ahead and give it to them if they find some self-seeding annuals, even though they aren't technically perennials. So this is gonna be fun. Can't wait to see how many they find.
These are our raspberries. This is our fig tree. These are our strawberries. This is our blueberry. This is our comfrey. These are our blackberries. This is our golden raspberry. This is our apple tree.
This is a hardy kiwi. This is spearmint. And this is peppermint. These are garlic chives. And that is asparagus.
This is a cherry. Look, people, there's an onion. What is that, buddy? Onion. This is a rhubarb. This is a daffodil. This is a black-cap raspberry. This is a persimmon tree. This is a rose bush. This is a sweet violet.
Here's a grapevine that still needs pruned. This is creeping thyme.
This is wormwood. This is a goji berry. This is false aloe.
Alright guys, you did awesome. You only missed 6 out of, I still have to get the final count on that, but you only missed 6. Let's go see which 6 you missed, okay? You ready? Let's go. This bush here is an aronia, or choke cherry, which we haven't gotten any berries from yet, but I think we're going to this year because there's some little blossoms on it. And right here there's some little gladiola shoots starting to come up, which are hard to see, so no wonder you guys missed them. Okay, right down here on the ground we have bird's foot trefoil, which is a little ground cover that we put under our apple trees, and it's all along our swell as well. This is kind of hard to see, but it's a lovage that we just planted last year, so this is its 2nd year, and it's a perennial that's similar to celery. And here we have columbine, which is going to be a beautiful flower. It's not flowering yet, but we transplanted this from our creek, and it has self-seeded further into our growing bed here. There's a few different plants of it, but beautiful flower that we love. And here's some bee balm. Okay, so they missed 7. I forgot this little plant. It's a red-veined sorrel, super tasty perennial, and it almost didn't make it because Jay dug it up and I found it shriveled on the ground and planted it back, and it is coming back. Hooray! So perennials are just one way we're creating permanence in our kitchen garden. When we first moved to our land 3 years ago, we knew basically nothing about gardening, but one thing we did know, my husband wanted to be called the perennial king. So we are slowly putting in perennials, and soon he'll be able to live up to that name. Another way we're trying to create some permanence in our kitchen garden is by putting down heavy plastic along the pathways. You may be thinking, why in the world would you put toxic plastic in your garden? Well, it's a long story. I'll try and make it short. Our first year gardening here, we did this. We put wood chips down all over the garden, the Back to Eden method. And unfortunately, we live in a place with lots of cedar. Oops. Cedar and garden plants don't go well together. So our 2nd year gardening, we tried old hay as mulch. Oh my goodness, look at this. Grass everywhere. That was another oops. And our 3rd year gardening, my husband went off to work 50, 60, 70 hours a week. Long hours. And I was pregnant with number 6. So our garden basically got taken over with weeds. So if you saw one of our last videos, this is what we're doing this year. Little by little, we're putting in raised beds with plastic on the pathways and tucked under the edges to keep weeds from getting into our beds and from just saving us a lot of trouble having to weed in the pathway. Instead, we'll just pull weeds in the beds and not on the pathways. So we know plastic is toxic, but the good thing is it only leaches those toxins if it gets heated to a high temperature or if it's agitated a lot. So we have a plan for that. In the future, we're going to be little by little covering our plastic pathways with a layer of sand and then some flat rocks to make nice pathways, and hopefully that'll cut down on the agitation and make it so that that plastic doesn't put toxins into our garden. Here's just an idea of what it'll look like, but we'll put a layer of sand and then these nice flat rocks to create some smooth pathways all around our raised beds. One last thought for today about perennials and permanence in the kitchen garden is that instead of wood chips or hay or straw, we're going to try some deep compost and hope that that works as mulch as well as helps give nutrients to our garden beds. So that's our plan so far. We obviously have a lot to learn, but we're having so much fun. So thanks for joining us in the garden today. Have a good day.